But no, the club that I went to after that was definitely way more entertaining than Wesley's.
Where was this at?
The next club that I worked at. So after Wesley's, we decided that we needed to find a club that like was actually a good club. So we moved to Huntsville. We didn't move, but we started driving to Huntsville from Coleman, which is about an hour-ish drive. And so we started going up to Visions nightclub to dance. Yes, and it's not great. It's definitely not a Miami club, but it was nice for Alabama. And so we went up there. All we had to do was fill out paperwork saying that we're, independent contractors. We have a nice dressing room with separate bathrooms. And it was really great. Like the women that worked there were gorgeous. I mean, we had to like actually look nice. We weren't allowed to go on stage without our hair and our makeup done. It was a real club. So they stayed open until about 5 o'clock on Fridays and Saturday nights. Which, yeah, we did have a lot of bar fights, but it was a fun club because we would go, like the women there that worked there, we were so much fun. We would hype each other up and like tip each other. We probably were better than the men. I'm just gonna be honest.
How much did you have to pay to work at that one?
So it was very similar. It depended on what time we got there because they wanted to have more women show up earlier in the evening. So if we got there between like 6 and 6:30 p.m., we paid $10. 6:30 to 7 was 15. 7 to 7:30 was 20. 7:30 to 8 was like 25, and then anything after 8 o'clock was $40.
When the guys would buy you drinks, was it real liquor in it or was it fake?
So in Huntsville, or actually in Huntsville, and it actually might be a law in Alabama. So if you have liquor, the women are not allowed to take their bottoms off or something. I don't God damn. Sorry, I have like a million animals. So
you're a cat woman.
And dogs. So in Alabama, or at least in Huntsville, if a club had was like a topless bar, you couldn't serve liquor. It had to just be beer. So we don't have liquor drinks, but we would have beer, and the beer was $6.50 a bottle for a Bud Light.
Okay, so if you know anybody who's worked it, I guess what the question or the answer to the question I'm looking for is like, if you know anybody who's worked at a club, because I've always heard that the drinks they get the girls in there don't have real liquor in them.
In Birmingham, no, they do not have real liquor in them.
Okay, because I remember I was at what's the one up there on Valley? Is it Sammy's?
Sammy's, yeah. No, that's I talked to a girl there. Yeah, it doesn't have it, but you pay liquor prices.
Yeah, I was out there one night and this girl kept trying to get me to buy her a drink, kept on. And she said, "Oh, I don't want to drink alone." I said, "Darling, you're not drinking alone." I took my shot and down it. I said, "I am."
Yeah, no, there's no liquor in those drinks. I mean, maybe if they're like really good friends with the bartender may give them some, but probably not. But I mean, when I danced, like we would just go, we had a package store right across the street. So we would buy bottles of tequila or gin and bring them in our purses, and we would just take shots in the dressing room.
So you said, so how much money on, like, say, a Friday and a Saturday night would you make there?
Um, so I worked there in, what was that? 20, it was 20, it was 2009 and 2010. So it was right after the recession.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently money had dipped then. So I was making close to like $600, $700 on a weekend night.
On one night?
Yeah. On the weekends.
Wait, okay. For Friday, Saturday, you'd make $600, or you made $700 Friday night, $700 Saturday night.
Yeah, like 600 a night. On the weekends. On the weekdays, I would average probably between $200-$300 on weekdays.
Wait a second. $200 to $300 on weekdays and $1,200 on a weekend for a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
How many days a week would you work?
I worked 6 days a week.
Okay, so roughly you were making $2,400 a week. You work Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
That's $120,000 a year. Are you serious? She was making $120,000 a year.
I mean,
Let's say
technically,
100. Let's ballpark. Say 100. You was making $100,000 a year doing this.
yeah, I mean, technically, yes. Yeah.
I mean, how many?
I did it for 3 years. Because I stopped because I was 20. I think it was after my 22nd birthday. I looked around at a lot of the women that I was working with that were in their 30s and had kids. And I realized, like, this is not the life that I want. I was also heavily addicted to drugs. Like, I mean, yes, I was making that much money a year, but I don't have a lot to show for it because, I mean, I was drinking. I mean, I drank probably like a 24 pack of beer every night and was doing drugs on that.